Hello class 12 commerce students. Today in this class I am going to explain to you different item headings, identification of different item and placement of these items in different headings of Schedule 6 balance sheet format. Schedule 6 format of balance sheet that I have explained previously with the help of two classes. Two classes I have provided. Now in this class I am going to discuss about the different items, identification of different items. See, in the board I have written few items that are to be placed in the Schedule 6 balance sheet. Those items are authorized capital, goodwill, investment in investment of shares in R Limited, discount on issue of debenture number 4, 5 creditors, then stock in trade number 6, 7 railway siding, 8 debenture, number 9 bank loan, number 10 bills receivable, number 11 proposed dividend, number 12 provision for tax, and number 13 securities premium. Apart from these, few other items are also there, that is provident fund number 14, provident fund, then number 15 stores and spare parts, number 16 work in progress, number 17 development expenditure, and number 18 sinking fund. There are different items that I have written over here, that these items are to be identified and placed under proper headings in the Schedule 6 format of balance sheet. Now, while preparing balance sheet, in the previous two classes I have told you that you have to give a proper heading of the balance sheet, since this is not an ordinary balance sheet. You have to write balance sheet as per Schedule 6 format of section 11 part 4 of the Companies Act 1956. The heading I have provided in the previous classes. Please see the heading, and accordingly you have to give a proper heading of the balance sheet. After that you will write the different subheadings and the categories inside the balance sheet. That also I have shown you and provided you a PDF. Which headings are to be written after what, chronologically one after the other. What items you will write, what headings you will place in the liability side and in the asset side, what are the categories of different items that are to be placed under different headings, whatever I have provided through a PDF. Now, if certain sum is given to you with these kind of different items, where you will place this? First, authorized capital. This authorized capital you will place under the heading share capital on the liability side. Share capital under liability side. For liability I am using L for liabilities, and A I am using for assets. Just I am identifying the items and finding which item will be placed under what heading. So I am using L for liability and A for assets. So authorized capital will come under share capital heading in the liability side. Then goodwill. Goodwill will come under the asset side under fixed asset category. Fixed asset heading, it will come in the asset side. Then investment. Investment will come in the subcategory of investment. There is a subcategory of investment in the asset side. Under there we will place the investment of shares in R Limited. Then comes discount on issue of debentures. Discount on issue of debentures. Discount on issue of debentures. This will come under the miscellaneous expenditure heading. Miscellaneous expenditure heading. Miscellaneous expenditure heading under asset side. Under asset side. Then comes the creditors. Creditors will come under the liability side, under current liabilities. We all know this is common to all. So current liability, under the liability side, these creditors will be placed. Then stock in trade. Stock in trade will be under current asset, under the asset side. So I am writing current asset, CA. Current asset, I am using short form because of shortage of space. That's why I am writing current assets, CA. CA means current asset. Stock in trade will be written under current asset category. Now comes railway siding. Railway siding is asset. Railway siding is asset. So it will come under fixed asset, FA. Fixed asset. FA means fixed asset category. Railway siding will come. Then next item is debentures. Debentures, where will debentures come? Debentures will come under the secured loans category. Secured loans. It will come under secured loans category in the liability side. Secured loan category under the liability side. There is a category secured loan and unsecured loan. So secured loan will come. Under secured loan, debenture will come. And bank will definitely come. Bank loan will come under unsecured loan. Unsecured loan. So debenture will come under secured loan and bank loan will come under unsecured loan in the liability side. Definitely in the liability side. Bank loan and debenture. Secured loan and unsecured loan. Now comes bills receivable or accounts receivable. This will come under the subheading loans and advances under current assets. Loans and advances subheading. You remember there was a heading called loans and advances. Under that subcategory in the current asset side, under the current asset, bills receivable will come. After that, there are two items back to back. Proposed dividend and provision for tax. Proposed dividend and provision for tax. These two will come under provision, under the subheading provision. Under current liability and provision, there is a subcategory called provision in the liability side. Under provision, these two items will come. Back to back, proposed dividend and provision for tax will be placed under provision category. So, here it is. Now, securities premium. Securities premium. This is another item. Securities premium, where will it come? It will come under reserve and surplus heading. Reserve and surplus. Reserve and surplus heading under liability side. Under liability side, reserve and surplus securities premium will come. Now, after this, we come to the next item. That is Provident Fund. Provident Fund. Provident Fund will be placed under same heading, that is provision. Provision. Under provision heading of the liability side. Provision heading of the liability side. Next we come to the next item, that is stores and spare parts. Stores and spare parts will come under the current asset category. Current asset category. And work in progress will also come over there. Current asset category. Both will come back to back. Spare parts and work in progress will come under current asset category. Current asset category. Then we come to development expenditure. Development expenditure will come under miscellaneous expenditure. This development expenditure will come under miscellaneous expenditure in the asset side. Asset side. And last but not the least, sinking fund. Sinking fund will come under reserve and surplus in the liability side. In this way, you have to identify the items and place them under proper heading. So headings we have identified these items. Through these items I have explained that which items are to be placed under which heading. When you will prepare the balance sheet under schedule 6, you will place these items under the specified heading which I have mentioned over here. After preparation of schedule 6 balance sheet, you are going to place some items will be given to you through a sum. Those items you will place under the proper headings as given, as I have shown you. The headings I have shown you, but I have not prepared the balance sheet, but you will prepare the balance sheet and place these items under the specifying categories. So I think whatever I have explained through this class, items identification and placement of the proper items under the different headings of schedule 6 balance sheet, I think you have understood. So please don't forget to download the PDF which I have provided. So till then, goodbye.